The lemonade invitation. On Maple Street, everyone knew two things for sure. The morning smelled like toast, and Mr. Hollis at number 14 never missed a chance to complain. Too loud, he'd say when kids biked past. Too fast, he'd say when the mail truck rolled by. Too bright, he'd say about the sun, as if it was showing off. Across the street lived Emma Parker, 10 years old, with a notebook full of questions and a habit of noticing small things other people forgot, like the way the sycamore tree at the corner leaned slightly toward the library, or how Mrs. Alvarez always hummed the same tune when she watered her flowers. One Tuesday, Emma saw something new. A plain brown package sat on Mr. Hollis's porch. No return address, no tape, just a neat knot of twine, like someone had wrapped it with care. Mr. Hollis opened his door, spotted the box, and froze. He looked left. He looked right. He looked straight at Emma, as if she'd mailed it just to bother him. Emma raised both hands. Not me. Mr. Hollis narrowed his eyes and dragged the box inside, like it might explode into confetti. That afternoon, Emma and her best friend, Jake Miller, met by the mailbox cluster at the end of the block. "You saw it, right?" Emma whispered. Jake's eyebrows jumped. "The mystery box?" "Yes." I almost waved at it. Emma flipped open her notebook. On the first page, she wrote, "Case 11th, the package, a T number 14. Then she drew a small rectangle, and, under it, 2 words, "No return." "What do you think it is?" Jake asked. "A prank," Emma said. "Or a gift?" Jake made a face. Mr. Hollis doesn't look like he gets gifts. That night, rain tapped the windows, like someone practicing a tiny drum solo. Emma lay in bed listening, and through the sound she heard something else. A laugh. Not on her side of the street. Across the street. It was quick. One bright burst, and then it stopped. Emma sat up so fast her blanket slid to the floor. Mr. Hollis. Laughing. The next morning, Maple Street looked washed clean. Puddles glittered. The air smelled like wet pavement and pine. Emma hurried outside, half expecting to see Mr. Hollis back to normal, frowning at the sky. But at number 14, Mr. Hollis's curtains were open, and on his porch sat a small wooden sign, newly placed, with careful painted letters, "Free lemonade. Today only." Emma stared so hard, she almost missed Jake jogging up beside her. "Okay," Jake said, breathing hard. "We're living in the wrong timeline." Mr. Hollis stepped onto the porch wearing a faded baseball cap and, most shocking of all, a smile that seemed unsure where to sit on his face. Emma walked closer. "Mr. Hollis, are you okay?" Mr. Hollis cleared his throat, like he didn't trust his own voice. "I'm fine. Perfectly fine." Then he glanced at the sign. "I may have made too much." Emma peeked past him into the house. On the hallway table sat the brown package, now opened. Tissue paper, spilled out like a soft cloud. Inside, she could see something shiny and silver. A lemonade pitcher. Jake whispered, spotting it too. Mr. Hollis noticed them looking. His ears turned slightly pink. "It's from my sister," he admitted. "Carol." He said the name gently, like it was a fragile thing. "She moved away years ago. We stopped talking. I thought she forgot I existed." Emma looked at the sign again. It wasn't just "free lemonade." Under it, in smaller letters, it read, "If you're thirsty, come say hi." Jake nudged Emma. "Is this a trap?" Emma shook her head. I don't think so. They approached the small folding table. 2 paper cups sat beside the pitcher, already filled. The lemonade was pale and cloudy, like sunlight turned into liquid. Mr. Hollis poured carefully anyway, as if pouring was the safest thing he knew how to do. Emma took a cup. "Thank you." Mr. Hollis nodded, still cautious. "You're welcome." Jake took one too and sipped. His eyes widened. "This is really good." Mr. Hollis blinked. "Well," he tried to look unimpressed, but it didn't work. "Carol always said I could make lemonade. Said it was the only thing I did that didn't taste like complaint." Emma smiled into her cup. Maybe that's why she sent it. Mr. Hollis stared at the pitcher, like it might explain everything. There was a note. Jake leaned forward. What did it say? Mr. Hollis hesitated, then reached into his pocket and unfolded a small card. His hands were big and rough, but he held the card like it mattered. He read quietly at first, then, as if deciding Maple Street deserved to hear it, he read out loud. "I walked past a lemonade stand once, and it reminded me of us. You were always sour until someone gave you a reason not to be. If you're ready, write me. If you're not, pour a glass anyway. Love, Carol." For a moment, the street was unusually still. Even the distant traffic seemed to pause. Emma felt something warm in her chest that wasn't the lemonade. "You're going to write her," Emma said, not as a question, but as a simple fact. Mr. Hollis swallowed. "I don't know what to say." Emma opened her notebook and tore out a clean page. "Start with this. Hi, Carol," Jake added. "And maybe I made too much lemonade." Mr. Hollis's mouth twitched. "That's ridiculous." Emma's eyes stayed steady. Sometimes ridiculous is the easiest way to begin. Mr. Hollis looked at the empty cups on the table. Then he looked down Maple Street, where Mrs. Alvarez was walking her dog, where Mr. Chen was unlocking his car, where 2 kids were racing past on scooters. He took a breath and, for the first time, didn't sound annoyed by the world. "All right," he said. "Hi, Carol." Then he poured another cup, set it on the table, and called out, awkwardly but loud enough to reach, "Lemonade's free. If you want some." Mrs. Alvarez stopped. Mr. Chen looked up. The scooter kids slowed. And Emma, standing there with her notebook and her cup of sunlight, realized something simple and surprising. Sometimes the smallest package on a porch could change the whole feeling of a street. Not because it was magic, because it was an invitation, and because someone finally said yes.
If you liked this story, please like the video and subscribe for more stories.